Welcome in line by line. Today with Grim Gris from Grizwald Grim YouTube channel. We are analyzing a song called The Ballad of Love and Hate by the Avett Brothers. Grim, why did you pick that song?
He may never see her again. And a couple other lines in the song really touch my heart in ways that very few do.
Excellent. The song is super long. So what we will do here, we'll just analyze it line by line without reading the whole thing. Love writes a letter and sends it to hate. My vacation is ending. I'm coming home late. The weather was fine and the ocean was great. And I can't wait to see you again. Let's analyze it. What do you think?
Love is apparently on vacation. Has left hate all alone. And she had a good time. What do you think?
Well, yeah, apparently love is very outgoing and traveling. And she did not take hate with her into vacation because, you know, bummer. They probably needed to rest. And so she was by the ocean there. And now she's like coming back.
Hate reads the letter and throws it away. No one here cares if you go or you stay. I barely even noticed you were away. I'll see you or I won't, whatever.
Yeah. So, do you think hate is kind of resentful of the fact that love was away on the vacation?
Well, he doesn't care, clearly. Didn't bother him at all. No one here cares if you go or you stay.
Oh, like hate seems like a grumpy kind of dude.
I think he masterfully makes everything he puts into words a little stab.
I mean, okay, what is that thing though? Like, why? Like, is it a protective mechanism? Because it seems weaker to me somehow to be like, I don't care. Like
It does seem very much like that. He doesn't want her to think he's weak. So he pretends it didn't hurt him the whole time she was gone.
But isn't that counterintuitive though? Like, because she's like, oh, he clearly doesn't care if I'm gone or not, so she will go out more often. Like,
or stay gone longer.
Yeah, but it's like that thing that behavior works like only with, I guess, teenagers, but with grown-ass people who respect each other, it's like when one person like, I don't care, I don't want you here, or like, I don't give a shit. The other person is, well, fine, respect that, I guess I move on. And that's how it works. Like, I think. It's like hate always wants to be chased somehow. No?
Okay. I can see that. I accept that.
What do you think?
Maybe he thinks she likes tough guys.
Do you think that is tough? I mean, like, to me, the toughness is like admitting the truth, like the weaknesses somehow. I mean, hold on. No, this is
Like when he admits, I barely even noticed, which is not, I didn't notice, but he barely noticed. That was like him really opening up for her.
oh my god. And she's like, oh, he noticed I was gone. Adorable.
Yes, exactly. Perfect.
Love sings a song as she sails through the sky. The water looks bluer through her pretty eyes, and everyone knows it's whenever she flies and also when she comes down. I guess she's very loud.
Do you think that's why everyone knows? It's because she's so loud?
Yes, she's announcing.
I don't think so. I think that like when you're in love, you appreciate life more. And that's why the water looks bluer through her pretty eyes. And I think that like when you're in love, people can tell. And that's what it means when it says, and everyone knows whenever she flies. And also when she comes down. Because like you see the change in someone that loves in. And I think that's what the song's referring to with that part. What do you think?
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I absolutely agree to that.
And also she's loud.
Yeah, yeah. I just think she's just generally like that. She's love. So she always like that. She's always in love. So she's always shining. She always has this energy around her. Everybody notices her. When she enters the room, she doesn't have to even talk. She's just like, and everybody, who is that person? Yeah.
Hate keeps his head up and walks through the streets. Every stranger and drifter he greets, and shakes hands with every loner he meets, with a serious look on his face. Does that evoke any thoughts for you?
Serious look on his face.
Hate is serious business.
I know, so I heard. So hate is not adorable again.
But friendly.
Yeah,
He's
he's greeting people, right?
strangers and drifters and loners.
So he's looking for
Hello, gentlemen.
companions.
Are you ready to do business?
And what that might be.
I hope the song doesn't go there.
No, I thought they organized Fight Club and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds pretty logical. With the serious face. I mean, I like that Hate keeps his head up. The Hate is forcing himself to be like proud, let's say.
I think it's the mask of weakness, like we saw from barely noticing you were away. It's like outwardly tough.
What's the reason, do you think, for that behavior? Like the reason to show the world you're tough and stuff.
I think it's the contrast, like love and vulnerability, and its opposite. Because like when you're in love, you're probably your most vulnerable.
And you're also invincible at the same time. but very vulnerable, I think.
That's deep. Deep wisdom there.
Has any stranger ever come up to you with a serious look on his face?
No, no. Usually the people that approach me are trying to sell me something.
So they have this forced friendly smile?
Mm-hmm. Or desperation. They're like, oh, please help, I have nothing. But hate, for me, hate and stuff, it sneaks in mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Like a small drip of poison.
Okay. Love arrives safely with suitcase in tow, carrying with her the good things we know, a reason to live and a reason to grow, to trust and to hold and to care. She sounds like an awesome person.
One hell of a suitcase. And I bet you it's a light burden for her too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's interesting how about love we don't have anything to relate. There is so much projection onto hate. Let's force it though. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Grim, do you relate to love here with her suitcase of the things to learn and to grow?
Yes, yes I do. Like she stopped by my house a couple of times because I don't know, she's got good taste. And
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so loud.
but all the good things we know,
Mhm.
like love does make life worse. Living and growing and trusting and holding and caring. So yeah, that makes well done, gentlemen, to the Avett Brothers for that. That's quite accurate.
Yeah. Here is like an interesting part. A reason to grow. Like I lately read that wars have been the reason for progress, scientific progress, actually.
Mm.
And for me, this is the equivalent of growth harnessed by hate, like the growth that was sparked by hatred and competition and stuff.
No,
No,
go ahead. You can keep going. I didn't mean to interrupt.
no, you can just say your subject, dude. Like it's okay. Your guest.
Well, like the reason that I want to make better weapons is to protect the things I love from the enemy.
You might think that. Sometimes they make weapons to have the advantage.
Yes, if I destroy my enemy, then what I love is safe. So the scientific progress I make in pursuit of war is still based. Love is still the reason to grow.
Like you love your country and you want your country because there were weapons made in order to expand the country. You know, to make your country bigger, not necessarily protecting, but like just going elsewhere.
Well, I love the country so much I want it to grow, and the only way to do that is to take your country. Sorry.
Okay, so might be accurate, but also an interesting thought. Like they both can spark inventions. They both can spark growth, in my opinion. Just like the
It's like
growth.
the spark can be harnessed in the wrong direction.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, wow.
It depends what the nature of the spark is. Like if it comes from hate, it grows one direction. If it was sparked by light
Yes. Lots
and
of people
love,
hate One Direction.
and if it's sparked by love, it goes another direction. The direction love.
See, no, it's the same spark of love. And then
And
hate
hate.
can take it and do something with it, and love can take it and do something with it. But the spark is still based in love,
So
I think.
So, do you think hate is like a part of love?
Yes.
Mm.
I think it's like North Pole, South Pole, but it's the same axiom.
I mean, I
'Cause
can talk myself into anything. So sometimes if I just hate somebody and it has nothing to do with people I love, just like just this person is just like really horrible. But it did not touch me or the people I love. It's just like me judging that person. That I hate that person. I can
You?
hypothetical me.
Okay.
So so I can pretend like I can talk myself why this spark and this motivation is based in love, but initially it's just like this person triggered something that I hate, and it would be hard for me to find the connection between that person I hate into my love for others, for example, even for myself.
Be piece of cake for me.
Mm.
Like the things I love, and then there's that horrible thing I hate. I hate it because it doesn't belong anywhere near the things I love. Shouldn't even be in the same world.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Like, so it's like black and white type of thing. Like easier to decide.
But I'm pretty good at talking myself into things.
Comes with practice.
Hate sits alone on the hood of his car, without much regard to the moon or the stars, lazily killing the last of a jar of the strongest stuff you can drink. I like that. It's like you always wonder why somebody would go out and just lay on the hood of their car. And now you know it's because they're so full of hate that they're trying to drink themselves to death without even noticing all the beauty above them.
Like there was this word that stood out to me, alone. It's like in all of this hate, hate is lonely because nobody wants to be around that.
I suspect that he's out there.
Oh no, he was gathering bodies, but his face was too serious. He was like asking drifters out. Like, guys, I will give you strong drink to drink. Your face is too serious, dude. So after like going through the town, nobody decided to join hate, and he had to sit all alone at the hood of his car. He's like, okay, at least car, the thing I own.
It's just me and my possessions, all
Yes.
alone. I bet you Love's out there banging some taxi driver or something. I'll drink this drink to make it feel better.
Oh my God. So hate will make up stories about love, so that like he has all this hatred inside, but love doesn't even deserve it. it's like because hatred is like doing it unconditionally.
Like he stabs even himself with the fear and insecurities.
Why would he think that when she's driving to him, she's on the way, he bangs the guy? Like, is that a thing?
Because that would hurt him, and he's stabbing, his brain is stabbing his head with his heart with things that would hurt him. That's why he can't notice the beauty of the moon and the stars. I mean, imagine what he thinks she did on vacation.
Nothing. Like, he could have gone with her like that. Like, he was like, no, I need the reason to be hateful. If I go with you, I will be too happy. But if I stay here and mope, then yeah, like I keep my story going.
And I stayed strong and tough.
Yeah. I think he does it all because he likes to drink and he needs an excuse. So he's like,
what? You never need an excuse to drink.
I don't know. Like she's like perfect, and he is still making up all these stories in his head. Damn. Love takes a taxi. A young man drives. As soon as he sees her, hope fills his eyes. But tears flow at the end of the ride, because he might never see her again. I mean,
young man drives, huh?
I should definitely did not have sex with a taxi driver. Why would she? It's like she needs to get home.
Maybe hate didn't give her enough money to pay for the taxi.
She spent it all in vacation. Like, oh no, hate got drunk, did not pick her up.
Ooh, there's an angle I hadn't considered before. I hadn't thought of it that way. Makes sense.
I mean, like, she's like, I'm coming. And he's like, instead of, I'll pick you up, babe. And he was
like, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. And then she's like at home, she's probably banging a taxi driver because I told her to. Like,
Okay, but
like with his actions, I'm surprised she doesn't. So, like, just to make herself feel better.
She doesn't need to feel better. She's love itself.
Okay.
She can just look out the window and be happy because she loves everything so much. I think it's her nature as the physical embodiment of love.
So it comes effortlessly to her. Okay.
Just naturally loving.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that in this part, like, because he might never see her again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's crying. Because that's how beautiful love is. It's like the notion that that's the only one you'll ever have, like, is devastating because it's so wonderful while it's there.
Yeah. So taxi driver is the relatable part.
Yes. It throws me back to my youth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause like the first time everything is so much more intense.
Oh yeah, the young man.
Mm-hmm.
And he might never see her again. And then she's driving to hate, right? Like, and she's still very loyal to hate, and she chooses not to fuck a taxi driver.
It's true. We have no indication from the lyrics of the song that she behaved inappropriately with the taxi driver. That was
I'm
entirely
actually
projected.
100% project that she didn't.
I believe you're correct. Hate gets home lucky to still be alive. He screams over the sidewalk and into the drive. The clock in the kitchen says 2:55, and the clock in the kitchen is slow. I think he's scared to face her. I think he knows that she'll be home because the letter.
He did not want her to know that he was waiting. So he went out and was thinking, she will come back and she will be all alone in the house and I will not be there. And then she will know I'm not waiting for her. She know I don't care.
Maybe she'll clean up. I mean, you have to imagine his house is a disaster.
Yeah.
And if she gets it clean before he gets home, then he doesn't have to beat her. So he's really. But, you know, I do think he might want her to clean before he gets home. Because he's a special kind of guy, this one.
I mean, he wants love to be also his cleaning lady.
She's got the reason to care. He doesn't. So the house, after her vacation, the house is theoretically very messy.
Sounds like a very unsustainable relationship.
Don't underestimate the power of love, Kara.
I'm not sure that that is love. It seems like she's in a very abusive relationship,
But
and
she loves it because she loves everything.
it's hard to believe.
But these are like the embodiments of the emotions themselves, not actual humans that have self-respect or anything.
I'm thinking about the clock in the kitchen says 2:55 and the clock in the kitchen is slow. Who made the clock slow? Like, why?
Like the battery ran down while she was on vacation and he didn't care enough to change it out.
So he did not change it on purpose. He was like, I think he might have been waiting for her, and he was like, he kept unwinding the clock a little bit. Or she was waiting for him, and she was unwinding the clock a little bit. Just putting it always 10 minutes back, 10 minutes back, 10 minutes back.
She's not that late yet.
2:55.
It's interesting, like everything else in the song is very obvious. But the clock being slow is kind of maybe the artists that made this song saw something I just can't see. I don't. It's interesting.
Like I totally project putting clock backwards all the time to stop the time. Yeah.
So he's not as late, or
Yeah, kind of. Like, you know, like this moment when he's waiting for her and she's not coming, and he puts the clock back, so it seems like she should not be here yet at this hour. It's too early. Only people who waited for somebody know that. I think it's her, though. Love has been waiting, patient and kind, just wanting a phone call or some kind of a sign that the one that she cares for, who's out of his mind, will make it back safe to her arms. Okay, she was unwinding the clock. She was making it slower for him. So let's say it's like 6 a.m., but she kept turning it back all the time.
That one strikes hard because he's out of his mind and she loves him anyway. And like that notion is super powerful for me for some reason.
Mm.
Right, guys? Is there anything about that stanza?
Wanting a phone call or some kind of a sign that he's safe. So she's waiting. That's what's going on here. She's waiting for him and she's wanting anything to know. Like, so she did come home to an empty place. And she found it super clean because, you know, he's he likes clean environment. And yeah, and she was waiting for him and putting the clock backwards all the time.
Hate stumbles forward and leans in the door. Weary head hung down, eyes to the floor. He says, love, I'm sorry.
And she says, what for? I'm yours, and that's it, whatever. I should not have been gone for so long. I'm yours, and that's it, forever. You are mine, and that's it, forever. I mean, she finds happiness in caring for him.
I'm just really impressed he said, I'm sorry. That is not an easy feat for hate. He's very serious and tough and needs to have that hard exterior and to actually say, I'm sorry. Holy smokes. He must have love in his life somewhere. Oh, wait, she's at the house. It's the
Yeah,
only way he's able to do it. That's impressive.
I'm still thinking how long can it be sustained like that?
Forever.
Because
We don't know what they're like when they're together,
they
right?
might be super happy, right?
Like, can he still be hate when she's there? When love is in his life? And
When
not
he's
on vacation?
Oh yeah, when he's seen her, he changed, kind of.
He had to in order to say I'm sorry, because there's no other way. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think he also noticed the apartment was cleaned up. It's like, I'm sorry.
It's like now that she's back, he has a reason to live and grow and trust and hold and care. And that was absent for most of this song.
Come on. Oh. So that's why she stays with him, because he satisfies her need for importance. Like otherwise she would feel super useless, right?
I don't think she can. She's love. I don't think love can feel useless.
So she's there when she is needed most. That's why she's drawn to hate.
Or she's so compassionate that like nobody else could possibly care for this guy. So I'll do it.
Yeah, but is compassion a good reason for love, though?
Love doesn't need a reason. Love just is. I think. I mean, my humble opinion.
But imagine you would notice a wonderful woman, like a super wonderful woman, in a relationship with a guy who is like absolutely hate, like treats her horribly, doesn't give a shit, like shows her all the way that she's that. Like, what would you think from the outside, being, let's say, a taxi driver, a young man?
I would think that like her dad probably beat her when she was a kid and damaged her in some way that she's attracted to the wrong type of guy and can't escape.
It's like a
That
Norse complex.
maybe. From what I know of people, there's lots of different ways they can be damaged into making terrible decisions for themselves.
Okay, so do you think that for her she acts out of trauma and damage, or is it a choice? Let's say she had absolutely happy childhood, nobody beat her up, and she's like this Mother Teresa, but she just like wants to save only one guy. She's like, I will be Mother Teresa, but for one person.
I've seen too many bad things about Mother Teresa, so that's a bad example
Oh,
for me.
okay.
But I think like in
Hashtag
this,
Mother Teresa.
I think I think she's the embodiment of love in this. So nothing has to be damaged for her to do it. I think
Yeah.
that it's just the way she is. And she's committed forever for whatever got her committed. There's no way she'd turn on him. It's interesting. She says, I should not have been gone for so long, though. That's like the closest to sorrow she gets. The way that like, I'm sorry is the closest to not hate that he gets.
Yeah, but it's like the amount of self-importance here on the love side. Like she made the guy totally dependent on her. Like he's a mess without her. And she's like coming, oh my God, you're a mess. The apartment is a mess. I shouldn't have been gone for so long. Look what I have done to you by being absent out of your life. Like
I think all of humanity is more of a mess when love is absent from their lives.
mm-hmm.
So well done, Avett Brothers, on nailing that.
I
In this
wonder if
beautiful,
they
beautiful song.
ever seen a woman like that.
I think they've definitely been the taxi driver over the course of their lives and felt the fear of never having love again.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to summarize the song? What do you think? Or do you think we did everything?
Summarize the song.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say I like that it made me look at the different aspects of how hate can manifest. Because like, especially the one where he's walking through the street and greeting everybody, you wouldn't expect hate to greet people. But it like as an entity that's not an actual person, it does come around to drifters and loners and strangers that when they feel the absence of love. So it showed me that, and I appreciate that. That weird clock line, though.
I like that. I clock line I totally get. It's a delusion thing. A denial as well. Like you find excuses for everything, for every action. And you will talk yourself into anything.
Out of the care for the other?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it is true that what motivates us is not always obvious, and sometimes even if we think that our true motivation is that, underneath it would be like 10 other motivating forces and reasons that would guide and make us do stuff. I like that song. Thank you for showing it to me. It's a good ballad.
It means a
Love
lot
and
to me.
hate. It's beautiful, man. I mean it. Thank you. So, guys, please check out Grizwald Grim YouTube channel. The links are provided below. Support him on Patreon, join his Discord server, and check out all the merch to support his community of artists. Again, enjoy the gifts of free time. It's our right to use it, and we can choose how we do it. Okay?
Maybe even with love.
Yeah. Use it for love, for hate, whatever.
It's yours. Knock yourself out. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, she made the clock backwards because she wanted more free time. Nah.
And the most liked comment says, so when I was little, my dad always played the Avett Brothers, and I just sang them without understanding how beautiful their songs are. And then I grew up and remembered this song and searched for it, and everything has changed. I think I can actually understand a lot more about my father now. Happy Father's Day with these songs that just randomly get stuck in my head. We recorded this on Father's Day.